Hello friends, how are you? Welcome to my YouTube channel of UPSC Aspirant. Here I am going to teach you the fundamental duties. The fundamental duties are very important topic of Indian polity. It is very important of both exams, prelims and as well as mains. First of all, we have to know what is fundamental duties and briefly about fundamental duties. Fundamental duties is might different from fundamental rights. The original constitution contained the fundamental rights, not fundamental duties. Rights and duties of the citizen are correlative and inseparable. The incorporated of the duties of the state in the constitution in the form of DPSP means Directive Principle State Policy. I repeat, incorporated the duties of state in the constitution in the form of directive principle state policy. In 1976, the fundamental duties of citizen were added in the constitution. Which of the date? 1976. In 1976, the fundamental duties of citizens were added in the constitution. In 2002, one more fundamental duties were added. The fundamental duties in India, inspiration by USSR, which means present Russia, the inspiration of Russia. None of the countries of are not contained the fundamental duties like USA, Canada, France, Germany, Australia, and Japanese constitution in the perhaps only democratic constitution in the world which contains a list of duties of citizen. I repeat, Japanese constitution is only democratic constitution in the world which has contains in the list of duties of citizens. Socialist countries are give to equal importance for fundamental rights and as well as fundamental duties. So erstwhile USSR means Russia. So, list of the fundamental duties. Article 51A. It shall be duty of every citizen of India. What was that? To abide by the constitution and respect its ideals and institutions, the national flag and national anthem. To abide by the constitution, respects its ideals, institutions, and the national flag and national anthem. To cherish and follow the noble ideals and inspired by the national struggle of the freedom, and to uphold the protect of the sovereignty, unity, integrity of India. This point is very important. To uphold the protect the sovereignty, unity and integrity of India. To defend the country and render national service when called upon to do so. To promote harmony and spirit, common brotherhood amongst all people of India, transcending religious, linguistic, regional, and sectional and diversities, and renounce the practice of derogatory to the dignity of women. To value and present the rich heritage of the country of composite culture. To protect and improve natural environment including forests, lakes, rivers, wildlife and have composition for living creatures. To develop the scientific temper, humanism and spirit of inquiry, reform. To safeguard public property, to abjure violence, to strive towards an excellence in the spheres of individual and collective activity so that action of constantly rise to higher levels and endure achievement, and to provide opportunity for education to his child or ward between the age of 6 to 19 years. This duty was added in the 86th Constitutional Amendment Act 2002. Features of the fundamental duties. Some of them moral duties was civil duties, for instance cherishing noble ideals for freedom struggle, a moral spirit and respect in the constitution of national flag and national anthem for a civic duty. They refer to the such of values which have been a part of the Indian tradition, mythology, religious practices. In other words, they essentially contain just a codification of tasks and integral to the Indian way of life. Unlike the sum of the fundamental rights, which extend to all persons, whether the citizens and foreigners, and fundamental duties are confined to citizens only, do not extend to foreigners. I repeat, the fundamental duties are confined to citizens only, do not extend to foreigners. Like DP means directive principle of the fundamental duties are also called non-justiciable. I repeat, DP means directive principles and fundamental duties are non-justiciable. The Constitution does not provide for their direct enforcement by the courts. Moreover, there is not legal sanction against the violation. However, the Parliament is free to enforce them by suitable legislation. And in the fundamental duties, we have many criticisms of fundamental duties, and we have so many committees of Swaran Singh committee and Verma committee observations in the fundamental duties. So, significance of fundamental duties. What is the significance? They serve as a reminder citizens of the while enjoying their rights, they should also be conscious of duties they own to their country, their society, and their fellow citizens. They serve as a warning against a national or anti-social or activities like burning the national flag or destroying public property and so on. They serve as a source of inspiration for the citizens and promote a sense of discipline, commitment among them. They help they help the courts in the examining and determining the constitutional validity. They are enforceable by law. Hence, the Parliament and provide for the imposition of appropriate penalty for punishment for failure to fulfill any of them. The new government sought to undo many changes introduced and the constitution by the 42nd amendment act of 1976. It has various amendment for the significance of fundamental duties, that is the 42nd constitution amendment 1976, 43rd amendment act 1977, 44th amendment act 1978. This is more clear with addition of the fundamental duty 2002 by 86th amendment act. This is very important point.